I wanted to see Vimy Ridge before sunrise, like you did. I know you're still here. Nothing of you made it back except a death certificate and this notebook you sent to your wife, my great-grandmother.
On my first day on the front line, everything was suddenly very real. The enemy was close. There was no turning back. Nothing can prepare you for this. For war, I mean. Training was tough, but we were miles away from danger. All we did was chores and drills. But we soon realized how bad things could get when we trained for gas attacks. Some said they were more afraid of that than bullets. A lot of us enlisted with friends. Guys from school or even work. It's quite a trip to come all the way to France. I'd never seen so many people on a boat.
More than 100,000 soldiers like you prepared for a great offensive. This next battle would have the 4 Canadian divisions fighting side by side for the first time.
Our job is to take back Vimy Ridge from the German army.
At the time, people said it was impossible. The French and the British had lost more than 150,000 men here. They were going to need guns. Lots of guns.
Everyone works hard, day and night. Like we're building a small city.
After more than 100 years, the ingenuity shown by the Canadian Corps is still impressive. They made the best of the old and the new, using a tumpline system and carrier pigeons. They didn't have the internet, but they sent messages through the clouds. Canadians also pioneered the use of sound ranging and flash spotting to locate enemy artillery guns. But some men still had to risk their lives to be the eyes in the sky, locating enemy positions and relaying the information to the gunners on the ground.
We heard the officers are planning the assault on a big model of the German lines and trenches. We trained to walk at a certain speed behind the artillery fire. It's called a creeping barrage. Away from the front line, simple things make life easier. We're always eager to get word from home, to know somebody's thinking about us. Though there isn't much to spend it on, it's still nice to get paid. We learn to take things one day at a time. The Corps is like another family. A brotherhood of wet wool, cold rations, and a random death in no man's land. Sometimes we have to cross shell holes the size of small mountains. We lose men, whether it's a bullet, a shell, or some awful disease. The nursing sisters try to help us with prayers, kind words, and their healing touch.
The Battle of Vimy Ridge required meticulous and thorough preparation, above and below ground. And regular soldiers like you were given maps for the first time.
With every night raid, our maps of German trenches become more accurate. The heavy shelling has started. We don't know when we'll attack, but it's coming soon.
During the Battle of Vimy, the Canadian Corps, with support from one British division, fired more than 1 million shells. Guns fired above your head into the German line for a whole week. Relentless. Murderous. You were part of the first wave, but after the whistle, nobody knows what happened to you. One man, among the many, across a front line 6 kilometers wide. Capturing Vimy Ridge was a historical victory, but you never had a chance to see the other side of the ridge. Despite running the assault almost perfectly, casualties were high. More than 3,000 soldiers were laid to rest. Others went home with visible and invisible wounds. War would rage for another 19 months on the Western Front. The Canadian Corps would go on to fight, right up until the morning of the armistice. I came to the Vimy Memorial to find your name on the wall and bring an imprint of it back home. Your home. For every name, a heartbroken mother, a family in grief. For every name, a face we cannot summon from the abyss.
I wonder how we'll be treated when we go back home. How the lost ones will be remembered tomorrow and the years after.